Okay. Hi everyone and welcome to our second day for our intensive class. Okay, and also this is MX for Form 4 and also Form 5, but now it's for Form 4. Okay, so MX, this subject is quite harder because you learn maths in Form 1 until Form 3, and those are taking science stream or your package got MX as the elective subject. Yes, this is the subject they need to take. And for sure, who are taking MX, if they are in science class, okay, they will think it's a very easy subject because some chapters they are known and they know how to do. But for the students are not in science class, they are in literal class like IRAS, etc., they take MX as their elective subject. This might be a challenge. A challenge. Yes, they feel challenged because the topic, okay, the topic is based on logical, not for calculation. Overall, you see, all the chapters in MX is quite illogical, not be important in calculation. And first of all, I want to introduce myself because yesterday I forgot to introduce myself. Okay, my name is Chiku Chen. In here, I'm Chiku Chen. But if you want to know my real name, you can just explore anyway. Okay, so I don't want to say too much. Let's begin with our class today. Okay, so first thing, you need to understand one thing. If you want to take a maths, there's one thing you need to know. Before you want to quit or to drop a maths, you need to consider one thing. First thing, if your mathematics in Form 3 means from Form 1 until Form 3, to get the good result means A lah. Your grade is A. Okay. There is not such thing that you are excellent in maths, then your MS also excellent. No, there's no such thing. Unless you are the people, you are the genius. Normal people, okay, usually you see that, okay, wherever he or she taking maths and get the good result, but when they want to reach the good result in MS, that's hard thing. That's a very hard thing, difficult to get a good result because, like just now I said, MS is not important for calculation, but they more focusing on logical thinking. Okay, so in this class, we will use EBM and also English as our language to teach you, okay, based on chapters. Okay, untuk maklumat semua, okay, hari ini kita akan menggunakan bahasa Melayu, Inggris untuk uh, menghuraikan dan memberikan maklumat tentang matematik tambahan. Okay, so first thing you need to know what you learn, what you will learn in these 2 years of upper form, secondary. Okay, first in Form 4 you have 10 chapters, same as the mathematics Form 4. Okay, and for Form 5, same, got 8 chapters. Okay, so overall we have 18 chapters. 18 chapters. Okay, and Form 4, you're more focusing on algebraic, means algebra. Okay, dan juga tingkatan untuk tingkatan 5 akan fokus kepada geometry, calculus. Okay, if you want to know what is calculus, Calculus means the thing from basic we know it's like when we want to calculate area of triangle, area of circle, area of square and rectangle, area of something that is flat. You can use the formula, the normal formula we use. But if the thing, the object has become a not means not flat, it's become very weird shape, a weird shape. Then how you use the normal formula to calculate the volume, the area parameter? So you need to use calculus to calculate volume, area, parameter also can, anything. Okay. And also in Form 4, you touch for geometry for sure, trigonometry, statistic. For Form 5, calculus, algebraic, for one only, and most are in statistic, means probability, and trigonometry. Trigonometry, you are learned in Form 3, mathematics, sine, cosine, tangent. It's 3. Now you upgrade, okay, you upgrade. And some chapters here is same as what you learn in mathematics from 4 from 5. Some chapters they like they will be collect and topicated. So what you see here, you see the kandungan, you see the table content here. Why Kotera said elective? Because okay, in our maths, okay, we got two papers. One paper, basically the first paper is a odd question, right? For maths. And paper two, calculation with essay, okay, calculation and also essay question. But when we move for maths, there's different thing. Paper one and paper two both are calculation, no MCQ, no objective question. All are subjective and need to be calculated with the step for essay question. Yes, that's the difficult thing. Ah. Dalam kertas satu, biasanya dalam maths, kertas satu, kamu terus boleh buat objective question kan, tak payah pergi kira-kira. Kamu sudah boleh dapat jawapan. Paper tu calculation, buat calculation saja. Tapi dalam MS, matematik tambahan dia tak, dia lain. Kertas satu, kertas dua, dua-dua kena buat calculation dengan step yang sangat clear. Dengan step yang sangat clear, saya kena cakap satu kali lagi. Sebab maka akan diberi dalam step tersebut. You cannot skip the step. You need to follow the step. In maths, no problem. You skip the step, there's no issue. But in MS cannot. Every single step, they will see whatever lah. Whenever you write it wrong, you calculate it wrong, you put the number wrong, but still, if the logic is there, there's a logic. You're writing the step, okay, I go give you mark. Okay, right? Whenever your answer is wrong, but your step is correct, give you marks. Okay, so don't lose the marks on not writing the steps. Okay, so now we see in Form 4, 10 chapters, more focusing on algebraic. And for Form 5, more focusing on geometry, calculus, trigonometry. But okay, you already know these two papers usually okay, in SPM, the formula paper given, right, this 4 pages. Here got 4 pages of the equation. But I want to tell something. Okay, I just forgot about to tell something that okay that is got elective here. Actually, the one is like this. In paper 1 and paper 2, for Teras, they will came out in paper 1 and paper 2, part A and part B. But for elective, they only came out in paper 2, the last part. The last part. That 4 questions are given, choose 2 questions. But in your normal exam, they will not write like this. They will not write like this. Okay. They will not put like this. Okay. 2 questions, choose, not choosing. You need to do all. So that's why these 18 chapters, if you do not, never mind, but you need to focus, you need to excel in 6 chapters, six chapters. Okay, why I said that? Later you know why I say like that. Because the 4 chapters, 20 marks already. Because those 4 chapters, two questions you choose. So you better you read the 4 chapters. Okay, I think you choose all because sometimes the question is very hard. 2 more chapters. Form 4, chapter 6. Yes, because why? Linear law. Just draw the line, and sometimes it call you to put the value. And other chapters also need to be, means you need to know. But if you cannot do, never mind. That's the second thing. Okay. Usually SPM formula paper you give yes, but in your normal exam, this is too much. It is too much. They will give you formula paper based on what you learn. What you learn from your first lesson until the lesson they currently teach. Currently teach. But in Form 5, it's different thing because you are just want to go in for SPM. So your paper just those 4 pages, 4 pages of formula. I think I talked too much from here. Let us focusing on our class today. Now we will move for Form 4 Chapter 1 function. Okay, I can say clearly in China, in Chinese, but English, I try my best to explain to you. I try my best to uh, I try my best lah. I try my best to explain with you. So this is Form 4 Chapter 1. Okay. So now you need to know what is function. Okay. Okay. Function is a relation one to one or a relation many to one. Okay. Function can be represented by these 5 patterns. It can be a angle diagram. It can be a graph pairs, can be a equation function notation. Okay, you need to know because when you do question they give a in a diagram like this. Sometimes you given the formula like this. Yes, and sometimes author pairs. Okay. Mm, so now function you already learn function in form 2 the graph of function. You know the relation one to one to many, many to one, many to many. Here, you need to know function only got 2 conditions that you can call as function. One is 1 to 1, many to 1. Other than that, not acceptable, and they are not function. They're just a relation. Okay. And we go for next one. How do we determine the graph whether it's a we use vertical test. Okay, you draw the line, the function line you draw. Okay, means a line if you want to draw however you want. Okay, okay, using the vertical line test, you draw the line, but not the dot, but draw the total line. Okay, to kena lukis lakakan garis yang dot-dotnya, bukan yang sangat, not the solid one, the dotted one. Okay, the line that touch, that intersect the function or the H graph means intersect at one point, we call that function. We call that thing as a function. But if the graph intersect with 2 points of the line, that we not call as a function. We call nothing. It's just a graph, not a function. Okay. So when you want to know whether this function, we use vertical line test. Okay, vertical line test in bahasa we call ujian garis mencancang. Okay, mencancang. Now to determine domain range of function. But before that, you need to know these three things. When you want to do any question you came out this thing, fraction function, modulus function, sometimes lah. And basically you came out with this, and some weird equation function. Sometimes, okay, we look through it clearly. So for the first one, fx equals to 1 over x minus 1. What we call that? Okay, the denominator, okay, cannot be 0. Cannot be 0. So means the x cannot be 1. Cannot be 1. If you make x minus 1 become 0, you get the answer 0. Means your answer is undefined. You cannot find the answer. Okay. So because you are knowing this, if question asking find x, if the function cannot be defined, you put like this and you find the x. Second one, modulus function. When we use modulus function, okay, when the condition given is here, and you need to find the range of value of x. Okay. And remember, modulus, you didn't learn in Form 1 and Form 3, you didn't learn for this. But modulus means, okay, value. This one, inside there, inside here, the value inside the modulus, the answer will be in positive, always positive. Whether inside is negative, inside is positive, or a 0, the answer is positive number. 0, 0, 1, 1, negative 1, 1. But when we want to find x in the modulus, for example like this one. You want to open the modulus. How to do that? You bottom the modulus, and remember, as what I say, the value inside the modulus, it can be positive. So the answer you can get always positive. But to find x, there's two condition. The modulus, the value can be positive, can be negative. So you do like this, then you find the answer. So you get two answer. So kena ingat, okay, modulus, okay, nilai dalam modulus itu, okay, boleh jadi negatif, boleh jadi positif. So kalau kamu nak dapatkan nilai x, kamu kena ingat potongkan modulus, tapi jawapan after this belakang sini, ni kan buat simbol ni plus minus. Sebab saya cakap okay, nilai dalam modulus tersebut boleh positif, boleh negatif. Tapi jawapan always in positive. So we make this go here and you find answer. Carikan jawapan x. Dan x ada dua jawapan. Okay. And one, kalau dia cakap when the function is mapped onto the cell, then cell function has the same image as the object. Okay. So what is fx means? Later I will tell you what fx means. So fx equals to x when the function is mapped onto itself. Map also called as function mapping. So means, okay, the input and the output is the same answer. It's the inputs as inputs same outputs. Outputs same inputs. I plus s because so many inputs and also outputs. But if they say like this, we can say it as this one, like this. We can fx equals to x. So now we need to know what is fx. So to determine domain, codomain range, learn about this one, object image. Object is here, image is here. But we also can say this is a domain, this is a codomain. And f actually is a process. For example, this is a set for input, it's a set for output. And middle here is a process, the process. When a number go inside this set, they want to go out, you need to have a process, means the SOP. Under the SOP, finally, you can go out. Go to this set, input, output. Yes. So actually the X, we call it as an input. Fx, the answer is a output. So from here, from this one, domain, codomain, range, you like, okay, range. So this, the input, when they are go to output, okay, everyone go to output, but for one output, there are no input want to go there. So the output is not a range, it's a codomain. I circled this one because all the input go the output, go to the output. So they masuk sini, dia masuk lubang petu. Tiga nombor ini ada orang masuk, ada orang come in. So itu range. So I think this one, I think you understand. So now you already know what is image, what is object. You need to determine image or object of the function when image or object is given. Okay, the step, we need to identify the function. Okay, whether it's a normal or piecewise function. This is a very special case. Okay, normally we just see this function and just buat saja. Given the image, you find object. Given image, find image. Easy. But this one actually he want to tell you the input. If the input is less than 0, we use this function. But if the input is more than or equal to 0, we use this equation. So can get the output correctly. Okay. So normal function, piecewise function is like this. Second, after you identify all the function, then you can move for to identify the question request. Okay, to identify the question request. See, fx is given this one with the condition here. Question asking to find what? To find image. Because here question give you an object, so you need to find image. Okay, so soalan bagi object, you kena cari. Okay, kena pastikan kena soalan. You see the image of 1/3 under F. Apa maksud dia? Okay, remember two question hide the important sentence, important word. The image means kena cari image. Kena cari image. Tak kisah belakang apa itu. Don't need to care about what they say. The important words, the keywords that is already stated, just highlight and write. Highlighted, and you know. Oh, person want to find image. Okay. Got object or not? Got one of which is object. Senang saja. See, that is a image is 8. Person want to cari nilai X. Oh, not object, but got image. So what it means? So means fx equals to 8. Why? As the 8 is the image. So means fx actually the answer you get is image. Same thing, right? So fx equals to 8. You sub this one inside the x. So you find the x lah. Easy, right? Okay. We look through one by one and do step by step. Don't jump step. Okay. You see. And then please remember when you do the answer, when you want to substitute something, please show the substitutions with the bracket, whether it's a positive number, negative number, fraction, or what. You need to show. Because in our skema jawapan, dia memang bagi jawapan yang benda macam ni, bentuk macam ni. Ada korongan, tak ada maka. Yang salah punya. Because they want to see you actually know how to substitute or not. If you do know how to substitute, they will just say, you tak pandai pun. You tahu kira-kira. You tak tahu apa itu. You belajar apa. Do step by step. Don't skip the step. Jangan longgar. Jangan lompat step. Okay? You see, every step is clear. No child step. Just like I said, if you do know, right, what the question said, you just write it out. No, they didn't wasting your time. Korongan kena letak. Kenapa kena letak? Tak baca masa kan? Letak saja. Because sometimes the answers came they will write like this. A equals to the bracket, okay, 3 bracket like this. And that one, it gives you K1. Kaedah 1 means we got marks at the Kaedah 1. We got the Kaedah like this lah. What semua benda? Okay. Why I highlight this? This is I want to tell you, okay. To get K2 here, you need to show this one to the examiner. Let them know, okay, you are actually let this one to go here with the bracket here. Then you times it and you'll get the answer. I give you the marks. If not, I will just say that you are just doing nothing. Yes, I don't know what you're doing. You already reached here. You already reached for first part. Now I move for second part. Composing function. What is composing function? Composing function means okay, input output. But tengah-tengah tiba-tiba ada satu input lagi. Means the process here to here is a one process. Another process is ongoing. Here, output and input is ongoing. Means the tengah-tengah one is output and input are ongoing. Okay. And also, here also can go here. By what condition means, okay, the F must go first. After that, I can go for G. Okay. Why we don't write FG? From here to here. FG ma? Not. Why we write like this? GF. Okay. You need to know. Okay. I start here. I go here. I go F. I get the output. I do first. Then from here I go to here. Here. So I get the output from here. So from here to here, GFX equals to 2x minus 7. To determine composing function, how you know? Okay. Given fx, the teacher want to ask you, okay, how to find fgx? You need to find fgx. How you do? Just like I said, okay? Just like I said, okay, gx is here, and then you just put in here. You write it back, and put sub gx become 3 minus x. This one, if you got right, you can say that dilihat. We can say that dilihat means sin. I sin this one. And substitute the 3 minus x in here. Do one step lah. And finally, you get the nilai 1. So, how about GFX? Yes, we do the F first, and after that, we do for G. This is the concept, the step. You do like this, I can say that dilihat. If dilihat di sini, tidak dilihat sini, saya tak tahu macam mana. Okay. And remember, you don't make the misconception that FG equals to GF unless they stated. Otherwise, FG is not equal to GF. That's the concept. You need to be alert. FG not equal to GF. But if they stated, go ahead. Sometimes the process can be repeated 2 times. For example, f squared. That's not f squared, it's f2, not f squared, it's f2. Means the process is ongoing in 2 times. But remember, not f squared, not times with the output. If you times the output, means fx squared, you make 9x become 9x squared. It's different answer. So f2x is not equal to fx squared, but f2x, it can be double f, it can be for f3, f3 double f, one f is f2. So f2x, it can be changed f2 or triple f also can. Okay, this is the input to put inside and get the output. This whole thing we call process, and the answer is output. Okay, this one I think you know, like just like this. If the question stated is like this, then you can say, okay, fg equals to g squared. It's g 2 times not g squared. Okay, don't be confused on g squared. It's g2 because you make the g 2 times. Is okay. Present in front here already do all. Then it's asking you need to find the value x such that fg equals to g2. Okay, do one by one. Fgx equals to g2x, and you already got this, just put inside. G2 already got answer, just put it. If you got write this, I can say I've seen this one, and then you do this. We make at this. Okay, kaedah 1. Buat semua macam ni, tak markah and 1. Actually, it's here got 1 mark. Here got 1 mark, not here. Okay, but the decision is to the teacher, not me. Okay, in composite function, you also can know what is the object, what is the image. Okay, so given object image, given fx, given gx, and given gfx, you want to find x. That's an easy job, just do the step as usual. You see got number, just put there first. Do as usual what you do just now. Just do again. And make sure the step is clear, no jumping, and you get the answer correctly. And now, given fx, given gfx, question asking to find gx. How we do? First, usually the long one. You know, gf is a composite function. Just make as an important thing. We put here there first, and then x, you put the bracket there. You sub inside here, g3x, okay, equals to 2x minus 7. 2x minus 7. And then now we move on. You let the 3x equals to y. Why? I want to substitute the x. Become like this. Do this step, I give you K1 for 1 mark. Because you are saying that, okay, I do this step, I want to make the 3x equals to y. I make the x y over 3. So I sub here. And after I do all, remember to change the y become x. Don't forget to do that. Okay, so here we got nilai 1. If you do like this, salah sudah. Okay, and now this is the question that usually asked in exam. Very project. The same pattern, mean the pattern same pattern, but question different. Okay. First thing I want to find mn. Given all things, but the problem is you need to find the composite function. Easy. Okay, and find value mn. Do the step as usual what you do in how to find composite function. And then now I introduce you comparison. What I said that you need to compare two equations with the same condition. Same condition, but the things is different. Okay, but they are fulfilled with the same condition. I can compare it and I get the answer. Okay, and sometimes they are asking to find f2, f3, and hence find f. Wow, 30, very huge number. Do I need to do a long equation? No need. Do I need to do a long equation? No need. Okay, that one I will tell you later. First, we go for I and n. Okay, you write it down. Never mind. Just write it down to make you like safe, make you safe, and will not terlepas nampak. Okay, do the step as usual. Compare two things but with the same condition, but they are same conditions. They both are equal to fgx. So you get 3 is a n is 1. Okay, see. Then later, question asking to find f2x. Okay, just do as usual. Do as usual, and then I do as usual, f3. Do as usual. Then asking carikan f30. You see my step, just one step only. Why? Okay, you see, the pattern only becomes same pattern. So why don't just make that? You make it is like this. Why you don't just add 0 behind here? Let's answer. Because you're from F3 to F30, you are actually doing the step 10 times. As in 10 times means you from 3 and then you times 10 means 13. 13 times, 30 times. So just add 0, you got answer. And another one, got modulus. This is the I mean most tricky question. Okay, question given a modulus and asking to find range of values x such that fx is smaller than 8. Okay, we need to to begin the step. You put this one, and next thing you sub the fx here, and then you make the unimportant things just go that side. Okay, arrange it properly and show at this. Okay, and now we like modulus inside the value can be a positive, negative. So what we do? We pecahkan. I make the modulus hilang. I go plus minus. But remember, this is not an equal sign. This is unequal sign. Means it's less than or more than unequal sign. So just put like this. You know why? Copy back is here because just like I said, inside can be positive, can be negative, but the final answer must be positive. So I did this, okay, to let you know. And then do the step as usual, x minus 5, and then do the 5x. So this is the range of values x. Okay. So now we already complete for composite function. Okay. So now we move for inverse function. Inverse function means, okay, the step, a process I do, input, output, the process I go as usual, but I suddenly come back I suddenly come back from y become x. I go back. When I want to I buy something, I get the wrong item, I have to refund back. That we call that inverse. Okay, inverse. So from here, understand? So inverse function maps an image to its object. And you need to know when fx equals to y, so f inverse y equals to x. And sometimes it can be like this. This one is called, it's also same as. It's also same as like this. Okay? To determine inverse function, remember, inverse function only occur in one-to-one relation. Okay? To determine, we need to use horizontal line test to detect the function is a inverse function. Now, all the things are a function, but they are not an inverse function if the line test, the horizontal like this. Okay, the line touches the curve or the line with 2 points. So we call that function is not a inverse function. But if a line or a curve or something, okay, that touch the point at 1 point, we call that is a inverse function. To the inverse function, okay, you already know you already know how to identify the function, the inverse function. Now we know how you do. You need to know how to function. I make the function become inverse function. First thing, let f inverse x equals to y and fy equals to x, because you already know that if fy equals to x, so f inverse y is right. If fy equals to x, f inverse x equals to y, it's the same thing. And then you sub the fy in the and make the y as a subject and change the y to the f1x. Let me let me to see you to give you an example. Okay, the example is that is I go find for you. And one thing, the equation, the notes. Okay, some pages are got some. I mean, got typing error or just some technical problem. They cannot move to the left. They already jump to other questions, so need to be alert with that. We tried for one question now. Okay, find the inverse function fx equals to x plus 4. How you do? Okay, you see one question. First, I will write for this. Okay, the first step here. Okay, I sub fy. Remember this input. When this is input, means I need to change this one become y plus 4 and make the y as a subject. Then I have done to find inverse function. And got one type of question is like this. I'm going to show you this one. A very tricky question. Let me find for you. Okay. Where is it? Yes. Okay. Because typing error. Okay. For questions 6 to 8, solve for P and Q. Okay. The question give you inverse. You need to find P and Q. How we do? Okay, do the step as usual. What you do now, you compare the two same condition equation. See, I do the same step. I get the y because I will know f. I will know y equals to this one. Y equals to f inverse x. So I compare these two. I do first need to divide it first, okay? And then I compare and I get this one. Please remember, you don't just leave the answer. Tak ada pakai jawapan, tak ada maka sini saja. That is all. I mean, you need to done the step first. Then after that, we do like this. Because this one I don't have enough space. So now I think that's all for now. Now let us to summarize what we learned today. Function. We know function is a relation only got one-to-one and what? Many to one. Cannot one to many, many to one. And for composite function, the set for three and got two processes are ongoing, or the same process are ongoing. Okay. And then function can be represented in arrow diagram, graph, function, notation, function equation. And remember, if you do not know what is discrete continuous, because from SPM 2025, okay, got one question for asking for this discrete and continuous function, okay, and inverse function only involve one, and you know what is the step. And then untuk bahasa Melayu, tengok sini ya. Untuk bahasa Melayu, apa itu fungsi? Fungsi boleh diwakili dengan gambar raja anak panah, graf, ini notasi fungsi, function notation, okay. Okay. Fungsi boleh dilipatkan dengan fungsi diskrit, fungsi selancar, fungsi kubahan. Okay. Dua proses yang tak sama dijalankan atau dua proses yang sama dijalankan. Fungsi songsang maksud dia satu dengan satu, fungsi satu dengan satu mempunyai fungsi songsang. Dan ingat, fungsi hanya melibatkan fungsi means berhubungan dengan satu atau banyak ke satu sahaja. Banyak ke banyak tak ada. Okay. Satu dengan banyak tak ada. Okay. Dan fungsi songsang hanya fungsi satu ke satu. Dan step kena tahu macam mana buat. Okay. We look to one trial question. Okay. Kita boleh tengok. This is the question like this. It's the Kangaroo 2025. Okay, in kertas 1. Okay. Got a diagram. And question asking to find M. Give you an object. Give you this one to find image. Substrate. Easy job. And then sometimes, okay, I want to tell you is the question like this. Let me show you. Got one question like this. It actually can carry a huge marks. Where I just missed up just now. Okay. Composite function. Okay. When you got those substitution, we got 1 mark. Answer 1 mark. Here got 2 marks. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Got 10 marks. But usually in the question, they even give you like this. And got one question that I just show you just now. Yes, they are actually a totally very huge. Here we see. Here got how many marks? To find A, I already got 4 marks. Sorry, 3 marks only. Not 4 marks, 3 marks only. Here I got 2 marks, so I got 5 marks. 7 marks, 8 marks. You see, 8 marks already in your hand. Easy, right? Got 8 marks in your hand. 8 marks dalam poket kamu. Dalam poket kamu. Bukan tangan kamu, poket kamu. Okay. You can try to do it. You see, I say correct like this. They will just show like this. And remember, when you want to show the function question, if got denominator here, please write this one. Got markah one. Semua benda ni atas satu markah. And for remember, okay, this line we call as y equals to x line. Okay. Normal function is here. When it is an inverse function, then you reflect. All the points are reflect like magnet. When two objects is same, they will repel, but they are different. They will connect each other. Okay. If the one condition is F inverse F means the process go and turn back again. So when you go here, you find the output and you go back again, get in. So we call this one is pangkal 2 saja dapat markah. Jawapan yang 3. Tengok. Senang kan? Kan? So, for the practice question, okay, here got 8 questions. Choose 4 questions. Okay, and this one, do all. Number 9, do all. And then basically, we got 3 parts, right? 3 topics, but 3 topics. Okay, you can do one part first, and then do another part, and then do another parts. Because you see, this one number 10, choose 2 questions. The second part, this one, do all. And then question number 2, choose 2 questions here. And this question, do all. One question only, okay. And then this one, do all. Very easy. Okay. This one, choose 3 questions. Choose 3 questions. This one, buat semua. Sebab sangat senang saja. Okay. For English, I think can do lah. Buat semua saja, so dapat markah. This one, choose 2. Choose 2 questions. And this one, choose 2 questions. This one, buat semua. Okay, I think that's all. Okay, that's all for today. And thank you for your participation. This is our Form 4 Chapter 1. Okay, tingkatan 4 bab 1, fungsi. Okay. If you already done the task, the now, you can send it to my phone number, or you are watching the recording or video, you can just comment there. I already done the question. So that's all for today. And remember, if you want to join our normal MS class, we will inform later for the price. Okay, but for sure, our sorry, our normal MS class, each class 1 month is 13 ringgit. For sure, I'm sure of it. Okay, but the class date haven't been done yet. So thank you for your joining us. Okay, and we will stop the recording, and thank you so much, and we will see in the next class. Thank you and goodbye.